Hey there internets, I'm Michael and this is Two Can Play That Game. With another game night in review, and this time I'm talking about my first impressions of the football game. Now obviously I'm not talking about the football game as in a game of football that happened. This is actually the name of a board game. In fact, it's the name of several board games I found when I looked online about this game. I couldn't actually find this one on Board Game Geek, but there are plenty of others called the football game. This one is by a game company called London Board Games and will be coming to Kickstarter in July or August 2016. Now, I had the opportunity to play a prototype of this at the UK Games Expo. I will start off by saying, obviously, if you like football, you're more likely to like this game. The theme is football. And by that, for anyone outside of England, I mean soccer. Not football as in hitting each other and whatnot. No, it's kicking a ball around on a field. However, they are looking at using the same system and migrating that to other sports, and it would definitely work. The nature of this game is that you're not looking at a single game, it's about managing a team over the course of a season. So there are quite a few games that have done this, probably more predominantly on the computer game. I think there's like FIFA World Series or something, or FIFA Football Manager, something like that. There's quite a lot of things like that. And this is just taking that and putting it into a board game. So the nature of the game is that you start off by getting your squad of players and your manager, and that dictates how much money you have, how many special cards, etc. And then you will equip your players and kind of decide what special cards you're going to play for a match, and you roll dice to see what the outcome of that match is. Either you'll go up in the league or down in the league. Now the good thing is, obviously, it could be very luck dependent on what squad you end up with and how good it is compared to your opponent. So a balancing factor here is you're not actually playing directly against your opponent. You are actually just playing about your position in the league. So that's interesting. I would say that this game had some nice things to it. But there were some things that just didn't seem to quite work. The special powers didn't seem necessarily well thought out enough in the way they all interacted. There was no sense of kind of building a strategy, if you will. It was just, I have this card, I'll play this card. I have this card, I'll play this card. I have this card, I'll play this card. The only real strategy came in how you decide to form your squad. And the only real decision there is, well, I want the highest number possible, and then it's what colour do I have? Because the way a match is decided is you roll a dice and that will say this colour comes up and it will have this effect. I like the way that the dice not only have an effect in the way of like you will score this many goals type thing in this match, but there's also an element of, oh no, you suffered injuries in this match. Oh no, you had this event happen. That's really nice. I liked how that worked. But the luck factor of those rolling the dice, and it's like, oh, my colours didn't come up, my opponents did. They did really well, I failed. Was a bit... There didn't feel like there's enough you could do to mitigate that. Yes, some of the cards allowed you to mitigate it, but there was no real sense of building a strategy, except for, like, okay, well, have a bit of every colour to try and have that as a strategy, but you couldn't necessarily manage every colour if they weren't available. I mean, I ended up trying all one colour strategy, like an all or nothing. It really didn't work, just point that out. But apparently someone else had done it the previous day and it worked lovely. Kind of proves the whole point that there's just a luck element there, and it didn't feel like you were enough fighting against your opponent. You were just different places in the league. Yeah, I think if I enjoyed football and enjoyed that kind of management aspect and how it would relate to football and the parallels and like seeing cards come up and people come up and be like, oh yeah, I know that, I would have had a lot more interest in this game. As it was, it just felt very random with the dice rolls and not a lot of fun or enjoyment for me personally. But if you like football, you may well enjoy this, so do be sure to check it out. Okay, I do hope you found this video interesting and useful. If you have, please do check out the rest of the videos on the channel, as well as subscribing to the channel and also sharing it with your friends and family. And do also take a look at us on social media. You can find us on Facebook and on Twitter. And as always, thanks for watching and bye for now.